So, this here is the Quiet Man. We are doing hard. Verifying it's on hard right here. We are going to have our subtitles. We're going to be on hard. And we are doing Re-mumbled. So, let's go ahead and start the time, and we could get into a whole bunch of cutscenes for a while. So, Jefferson Red Eyes, who is going to be the one who will have to verify this run, I apologize, but I did tell you I'd give you a month off in August. And yeah, you did get your month off, so it's now September. I'm sorry, I've got to do this. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, I always took my time trying to fix my sleep schedule as much as I could beforehand. At least that was my theory. But in reality, what I always did was kept procrastinating on getting to a good sleep schedule up until the week before school starting, at which point pretty much shot myself in the foot. Completely bad with, being on the right sleep schedule for classes. Ironically, I was always up very late, and nowadays I'm a super early bird. I get up on weekends, typically around 6 a.m. On weekdays, I'm up around 4:30 or earlier, depending. So I hope you are all ready for what's going to be a very, very miserable world record attempt. Ooh, 7 to 11. Wow. Yeah. That sounds a lot like for me in college when I was in school. Typically it'd be around between 6 or 7 I'd have to wake up for classes. And it was pretty much, during summertime, I'd be staying up until about 5 a.m., not waking up until afternoon. And then fall semester or quarter starts up again, and those first few weeks completely destroyed me.
The savages are out to like it. Be careful.
And of course, the one thing I always always point out with this game is there is a little bit of swearing and really, really bad violence. I mean, stupid violence. But the little bit of swearing starts up right away. At least you've got a little bit of time, like a week and a half to get into that sleep schedule. I can't even believe it's already the 8th of September. Feels like it should be the beginning of August still. This summer went by way, way, way too quick. Oh, I feel like I should be getting ready for another trip out to the beach or something. Instead, I'm doing this. Watching everyone's favorite guy. You know he's my favorite because he's the guy on the timer for this. Because, yeah, he is, of all of the 3 actors you beat up over and over in this game, without a doubt, my favorite.
Wrong address, dog. No one ordered no chow.
I've had, I think, 3 beach trips so far.
What the hell?
We're actually planning another one for 5 weeks from today, going down to the beach again. For me, it's once I'm at the beach, I am home. I am in paradise. Like the sound of the waves, the smell of the ocean. And then, of course, I've got a corgi, so taking a corgi to the beach. Corgi Beach Day is so much fun. I never went to the coast. Even though I only live about 2 hours from the Pacific Ocean, I never went to the coast until maybe about 8 years ago. We'd always go to the mountains and the woods, and that's a lot of fun, but I never got to know how great the ocean was. Just sinking in with that sun, perfect temperature for me, because I love it's a little bit chillier, not cold, but, you know, instead of roasting in the woods, it's a pretty good temperature. All right, time to get this rolling. Oh. That was off to less than ideal. Yeah, I'm about 2 hours away, so every once in a while on a week, like a Saturday, I'll just decide get up at like 5 a.m., load up the car, and just drive out to the beach and spend the day there. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know too much about... My partner actually knows a lot about, like, pretty much that area of Europe. Anything from, like... well, she spent a lot of time in Germany back when she's a student, so she went around traveling to some of the nearby countries and really got to learn the area. As for me, I have never been outside of the US, and by that I mean outside of US or Canada. Boy, I am off to less than an ideal start with these guys. Oh, I hate Celsius. I am so bad with Celsius. I'm an American. When you say 32, I think of freezing. I know, 32 is... Let's see. Oh, 32 is probably about 93 Fahrenheit, I believe. Of which... I don't know why that message started popping up again, although it's ironic, I'm actually getting ready for Extra Life in a less than 2 months. I'm guessing it's probably about 93. That'd be my guess. I know 97 is, or 98.6 is 37. So if I was doing any percent, here's where I would hit to go the next chapter. Ah, 90. Oh, my math was off. Yeah, 89.6 for me, especially where I live, that just kills me because while I'm 2 hours from the ocean, I'm only about 1.5 miles from the Puget Sound, which is essentially a sea. And we get so much humidity because of that. And I just completely roast because humidity and heat just completely destroys me. But yeah, when we go out to the coast, usually it's about between 65 to 75 Fahrenheit with a nice steady breeze. Never gets too muggy, too humid, because you've got that nice constant wind just blowing through and, you know, keeping it nice and comfortable. Yeah, I used to be really good with Fahrenheit to Celsius because originally, in a time long ago, I was a bench researcher in microbiology. And because of that, you do everything in science in Celsius because, let's face it, Fahrenheit is a stupid model for temperature. 32 is freezing of water, 212 is boiling. Meanwhile, Celsius, 0 is freezing, 100 is boiling, makes total sense. So, I mean, quite frankly, Fahrenheit is the wrong temperature. It's kind of like at the same time, Americans, we go off of miles instead of kilometers. We go with pounds and ounces. I mean, all of our units of measurement are made up like silliness. You know, like Ooh, so if you have 8 ounces, that'd be a cup. But if you have 8 ounces, that's half a pound, because a pint's a pound. Yeah, Kelvin is a real good scale also, since Kelvin actually goes off of just absolutes, with 0 Kelvin being absolute 0, the absolute bottom temperature. Yeah, we got our feet. Hey, how about 12 inches to a foot? You gotta love the silliness of our units. I mean, I'm used to them. I know them. I love them because I've had them for 43 years of life. But at the same time, it is ridiculous trying to deal with, looking at other countries around the world. Most countries are smart enough to go off a metric where, hey, all the units are tens. Everything makes sense. We don't pick random subjective ideas like, hey, a pound is going to be a pound because we found a block of steel and we like this one block of steel and the block of steel weighs exactly a pound. So that's it forevermore. Yeah, it's like liters, meters, Celsius, all of that. When I was working in science, we use those nonstop. You're going to use a couple grams of whatever solution. You'll take 2 grams of this into 100 milliliters. That's going to give you a certain molarity. You're going to heat up your culture at 37 Celsius, which is 98.6 Fahrenheit, because that's body temperature, and all the science that I was working with was human pathogens. I mean, it all made a lot more sense. And then once I stopped doing bench science and started to do regulatory compliance, never had it anymore.
They in the mood to rattle cages. Make some big
Yeah, I love the fact that, hey, if you have, a deca something, it's 10 something. If you have a deci something, it's 1/10 of something. If you have, centa, it's 100th, milla, it's a millionth. The numbers make sense because milla, million, or milla is 1,000, not, yeah, I said 1,000th, I think. But I mean, it all makes so much more sense. The only, no offense to any of my friends who are British, the only one that makes less sense to me is British, where you have stone. So you have, oh yes, this weighs 3 pounds, 8 stone. And it's like, oh, come on. Now that's just adding an extra weird one.
Aren't they nice? Mom, measure my shoes.
But instead,
Look at these shoes.
I'm used to my English measurement systems that are completely silly. Speaking of silly, hey, my friends are fighting over a gun. I'll wave at them. Yeah, British, their weights include stone. So if somebody's going oh man, I ate so much over the holidays. Oh, I put on about 1 stone over the holidays. I think 1 stone is 8 pounds, or it could be 20 pounds. I always forget what it is, but stone is some sort of, some amount of pounds. Yeah, I don't even try and make sense of it. I mean, I'm just glad, I'm happy to admit, even though I like my English measurement units, they're stupid. They're really bad. It's one of those don't do what I do type of things. Speaking of don't do what I do not ever speedrun this game. It is not a good game, although I honestly love it. Oh yeah, that's what's really great is since, metric, everything is tens. It makes sense. Meanwhile, okay, how many cups is a pint? That'd be 2. Okay, how many cups is a quart? That'd be 4. How many cups is a gallon? That'd be 16. And then we have like tablespoons and teaspoons when you get down to like cooking, because I do a lot of cooking, where it's 4 tablespoons is a quarter cup. 3 teaspoons is a tablespoon. And if you don't get all this memorized, luckily nowadays we have like, you know, Alexas or Siri or whatever, where you could be cooking and you're like, I don't have a clean quarter cup measurer, but I have a tablespoon. Hey Alexa, how many tablespoons is a quarter cup? But I mean, it's all silliness. But it's at the same time my silliness. I mean, I know it, I love it, for better or worse. I'm looking forward 2 days from today. So bright and early on Sunday, I'm going to be speedrunning this and speedrunning Island. So it's going to be such a good weekend for speedruns.
Which means...
Yeah, unless you're really... I mean, if you're baking, guessing is pretty bad. But at the same time, if you're baking, you shouldn't even be using like measuring spoons. You should do everything by weight. You should have a scale. You put your, you know, mixing bowl on the scale. You zero it. And then you should be adding not a cup and a half of flour, but it should be like 212 grams of flour or 220 grams, you know, whatever actual weight amount. I mean, like, I do a fair amount of baking, and at that point, it's like, okay, I'm just grabbing the scale, I'm grabbing mixing bowl, and no, we're not doing the silly measurements. Oh, come on, chapter's almost done. I am surprised that Stream Elements giving that message that it has not done that in a long time, but it's kind of kicking my butt to remind me that, all right, split 1 done. It's reminding me that I do need to get to work on my Extra Life page, because I do that every year. It's the first Saturday in November. I raise money for Seattle Children's Hospital through Extra Life. I stream nonstop for at least 25 hours. Most of my streams with incentives have gone nonstop up to 29 or 30 hours. So if you're around on the first Saturday of November through the first Sunday of November, I'll be starting at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So I think that's about 10 hours behind where you're at. So I want to say it's probably like 6 p.m. and I'll be streaming nonstop until bare minimum 8 a.m. on Sunday, which would be including daylight savings, so it's an extra little bit of time, extra hour. And I'll just be streaming that whole weekend, raising money for charity, doing some real stupid things, because I'm well known for Extra Life of doing things to encourage donations. So if you know the One Chip Challenge, I've got that on the docket if enough donations come in. So One Chip Challenge is the super hot tortilla chip, and that thing, it's horrible. It's really bad. And then I've also got the world's hottest gummy bear. So my partner went to Vegas and saw for sale the world's hottest gummy bear, and it has an extract. One of the ingredients is an extract that is 7 million Scoville units, I believe. Okay, let's dance. Poor guy, second chapter in a row I beat him up. So I have never tried the gummy bear. I'm especially frightened of the gummy bear because the tortilla chip, by the way, random scene of child abuse. This is the only time it comes up in this game, but really harsh.
I can scream and you don't hear me.
Yeah, I've never had the gummy bear. I've done the one chip challenge last year, and that almost knocked me. Like that, the pain from it was unbelievable. Like it took about an hour before my tongue stopped just throbbing. But meanwhile, gummy bear I've never tried. I'm a little afraid of it because gummy bears get stuck in your teeth if you chew on them. So I'm going to have little bits of that are stuck in my teeth for hours. I'll probably have to. I mean, for Extra Life, I've done all sorts of silly hot challenges. Like one year, I was eating a habanero. Let's see, pretty much every hour while playing a really bad game. It was until I beat the game, I had to eat a habanero every hour on the hour. Ooh, this one's going pretty good. There we go. Yes, that went pretty smooth. And then, of course, what's great is if you know the American flag, we don't have that many stars on it. That'd be 96 stars for our 50 states. Yeah, pretty much every year, though, I'll do like spicy food. So I did like habaneros every hour during a game. I'd have like, if somebody donated $5 or more, I'd have a wheel, a lot like size wheels, where instead of twerking or points for a giveaway, it'd be, okay, am I going to eat something super spicy, eat something super sour? Because sometimes I'd have like time to eat a bunch of limes. Or there was the world's sourest candy, which honestly, once you got past sour, was incredibly tasty. Is this British blue raspberry fizzy thing. I've also had eating bugs, which I eat almost anything happily. Bugs were really bad. And then I'd be eating key limes. Key limes are extra sour limes. Real good flavor, but they're super sour. I'd have like, okay, it's time to do push-ups, time to do squats, time to do jumping jacks, time to do weird, silly challenges. Like I have kaleidoscope goggles, so continue playing a game while pretty much everything's kaleidoscope vision. Like all sorts of fun little things. It is. And then I had last year eating is the hot sauce taste test. So I had a bunch of chicken nuggets and I would add a teaspoon worth of, going back to teaspoons. So I'd eat like all these chicken nuggets with a bunch of the hottest hot sauces I could find, which was really fun, really painful, but really good hot sauces, good flavor. So usually I won't eat on the stream much more than the spicy stuff.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So usually for my eating, like every 2 to 3 hours, depending on how much I needed it, and when games would end, I'd take a break for about 5 minutes, hit the restroom. By the way, any percent, we'd be jumping the next chapter. I point that out because on Sunday, I'll be doing any percent on this. But I'll have a bunch of wraps or sandwiches. And when I, take a 5-minute break, go to the restroom, I'll run in the kitchen, grab a wrap, pretty much shove it down my mouth in a hurry. I'll drink plenty on the stream because there is nothing like nonstop coffee when you're streaming for, 25 plus hours straight. Oh, hey, Rick Oasis. Thank you, and welcome to the bad game world. I mean, at least this real bad game. That's a real good run you did the other day, and I have a feeling if you keep at it, you could probably do some pretty good times. Like, you were doing really good, except for Isaac completely treating you like garbage. Like, Isaac was just being the worst. I mean, watching your run, I could tell I would have lost a lot of time with him.
Flowers would go to waste.
Like, he wasn't giving you the right dodge counter space. But yeah, during Extra Life, main thing I do is just a lot of coffee on the stream more than anything.
It's 2 days.
And when I do Extra Life, I'll do like a speed run block. Yeah, no problem. I know it's getting really late over there.
Called some people. People that know people. And they're coming
So
by the sweat.
usually though, like
What made you sick?
for Extra Life, I'll start off with a cartoon block. So I'll do Saturday morning cartoons, and then I'll end up doing like a speed run block. If my partner's up for some stuff, we'll do some 2-player. Usually I throw in The Quiet Man right before midnight. And then at midnight, I'll do a spooky game, something that, you know, by then my brain's kind of fried from playing games for 16 hours straight. So a real good spooky game that I have to finish whatever spooky game. And then after that, just silly games, because by then my brain is completely gone once it's like 3 a.m. Just got a noob.
Excuse me.
Doing our blessed silence. Yeah, I think you'll do pretty good. Like, you were off to a really good start, and I mean, you even killed some extra time by going into your menu, checking on what the buttons did in the silly button menu. You stared at the options screen, not the one in the game, but the one the guys are watching in the gang hideout. Like, you have a lot of room for shaving off time. I'm almost frightened.
To the boiler room.
Going put me to the test. Keep me honest.
Yo, be money.
And of course, there's any percent if you want, saying that's a little bit more
Why?
more brief, which is what I'll be doing on Sunday. Sunday, I'm going to do a any percent normal run. I'll be doing it for MASH Attack, which is to raise money for a GoFundMe for MASH. MASH is, if you don't know who they are, MASH is a speedrunner who does a lot of good, like, helps out with a lot of charity streams, does a lot of tech check type of stuff, tech setup, really dedicated to just doing good. Also, ARPGME is put on by MASH every year, which raises money for great causes. OMF, I think, was the one from this last year for ARPGME. I may be wrong, but I think is Open Medicine Foundation is what MASH helped raise money for. And MASH has some medical bills, and the community, especially Horrible Games, they decided to help out with a little GoFundMe campaign, which, you know, it's always good to help raise money for charity, but at the same time, when somebody in your community, you know, when one of your own is not in the best place, you gotta make sure everyone's in a good place, because, I mean, it's what you gotta do to survive in life. Oh, this is my least favorite cutscene in the game, because this is the one where it's like, Chapter 2 should be incredibly short, and this is what drags out Chapter 2. Yeah, MASH does so much good, and anytime I've interacted with MASH, like, you know, I've interacted quite a bit during, like, tech checks and, you know, things like that. And MASH, real good person, helps out people, really friendly, does, like, the tech stuff for Horrible Games, for really, really long-a-thon events. Like, really just helps out in so many places around the community. And it's like, knowing anyone in the community could use a little bit of help, you know, you want to always help. I'm just sad there's some real good speed events coming up before too long that all are falling on the same weekends, or on weekends when I'm committed to other things already. Like Preventathon, which I had to drop out of Preventathon this last June. They raise money for the Little Warriors, which is about helping kids in Canada who have gone through various abuses, things I don't want to get into, but it's there to help them. And unfortunately, I had to drop out of Preventathon because my computer turned into a potato that week. Like literally 2 days before my run, my computer completely fried itself. On bright side, it led to me buying a new computer, building a new computer. I love building computers, a lot of fun. And this computer is really powerful, as you could tell from how great this game is. I mean, typically this game doesn't look this amazing. All right, Bent, hope you have a really good night and hope you get your sleep schedule going back in order. Always good having you stop by and hanging out and chatting. But yeah, have a good night and have a great weekend. But yeah, I had to drop out from Preventathon. And Preventathon, a new event is coming up in October, but it's the same. So Game Over Cancer is going to be for a week. And Game Over Cancer, unfortunately, the weekend that ends it, the Saturday, I cannot participate in anything because I'm working on getting a fostering license. So my partner and I can help foster kids who need a stable home. And that Saturday, I have a class. And so I already put for Game Over Cancer availability for that Sunday. And Preventathon is the Saturday and Sunday. So I don't want to double book and end up doing the thing of, well, could you change my time on the schedule? Because I'm busy. And then actually I have another run for another event. I don't want to be that person. And then there's a real cool event coming up to kind of do Extra Life for speedrunners. That's going to be the weekend after Extra Life. But that's also Fastest Furs Fall Fest. And I love the Fastest Furs community. I'm not a furry, but I really love the furry community. They are incredibly nice, incredibly friendly, really supportive. And some of my favorite speedrunners are actually in the Fastest Furs community, such as I love Moonblaze Wolf. He is just an amazing speedrunner. Also, Shockwave, as well as a few others, Hotbot, Firebird Lover, a few others I cannot remember. Also Brosencha. So it's like, I definitely want to be a part of the Fastest Furs Fall Fest if they'll have me back, because I've been a part of several of their runs or several of their marathons, and each one has been really fun. Really just, I don't know, when you have a good positive speedrun event with a good positive community, it's so much fun. Like, you feel so good after your run where it's like, I did some good for some, I joined some good people to do some good for a good cause. So unfortunately though, and that complicates a lot of things. And then of course, I just put in my speedrun submissions for AGDQ. I am betting there is no chance I'll be picked because unfortunately I have to be remote. I can't afford plane tickets at that time.
Hermanos, that's all 33.
So unfortunately, since I can't afford to travel at that time, all of my runs are submitted as remote only. I have a feeling I'll not be picked for anything, primarily just because of that, but also I submitted this game for their awful block. It'd be really cool to have this in the awful block. I think it's the perfect awful game. I mean, I might be biased, but I love this game. It is awful in all the best ways. And then also we have, boy, I have been talking a long time with nothing actually happening. But then we also have, I submitted Island and the King's Dungeon, both for the Playdate, because I think the Playdate could be a lot of fun for like an indie block type of experience. Playdate games are really good. There are some that are some of my personal favorite games, like Island, which I just got a new world record. I believe is the first sub 10 minute. Oh, I'm going to be playing soon. but first sub 10 minute on Island. Island is such a silly game. I'll be doing that for Mash Attack this weekend. Because that game is all about mashing buttons, because to move quick, you mash the D-pad even. Okay, he just teleported in. That was interesting. Oh yeah, I love being busy. I love being busy in as many speedrun events as possible. I just have a lot of fun with it. Like, I know there's some people who, yeah, that popping in was perfect. I mean, I thought I was going to be wasting my I win mode on him. But then he just popped in, took it from me. All right. This one can be a little problematic depending on how quick I get my I win going. So let's get that I win going in a hurry. There we go. Oh yeah, so one thing that could help you replace this is there's what Jefferson Red Eyes made is a move called pinballing. You might notice when I get I win mode, I'm not just hitting the triangle or Y or power attack, whatever you want to call it, right away. Instead, if you get in some of your quick hits, the X button, you could end up causing some extra damage and saving some time. So for example, it works best in the later chapters, starting with chapter 3. That's a stupid move, Dane. Starting with chapter 3 mainly, but in particular 4 through 6, where you have larger crowds, turn on the I win move. Do a couple quick X hits, you know, the light hits, and then move to a different enemy, do a couple on him, move to another enemy, couple on him, and pretty much share the love. And that way, when you finally do your big hit to end the I win mode, there's a good chance some of those guys might go down with a single hit or two as you're building up your next I win mode. And Jefferson calls it pinballing because you kind of bounce off of everyone. And it really has just transformed my times. Like, I mean, I've literally shaved 5 to 10 minutes off of runs because of pinballing. Like right here, I'll do it where although that one went a little sloppy, but see, that guy just went down and that guy went down. And then this guy normally takes like 3 I wins. That way it took only 1 I win on him and then 1 full combo. Like, it'll just save so much. It doesn't seem like much, but especially on like chapter 6, it saves so much time on those ridiculously long, like the fight after you get the mask, that just goes on forever. Here it is, the greatest character, bald head parkour. I love that guy. So this is another one where pinballing can really help. Oh, unfortunately he got too weak too fast. Whoa! What the? So this game does not believe in iframes, and that's the challenge of hard mode, is like I literally couldn't even react right there. Like I was I don't know where I took the damage there. Nobody actually hit me. Okay, that was a loss of time. That was ridiculous how that guy just machete just like, hey, I'm just going to swipe my machete like one real time, and you're going to get hit for every frame that it's hitting you. Oh, game, iframes. Consider them. Iframes are your friend. Oh, I hope that doesn't cost me too much. I mean, this is going to be my first submission for Re-mumbled Hard, and I'm going to be throwing in that garbage. Hey, I didn't fail. Oh. Oh man, that machete guy has me annoyed. And of course, right here we get the fun little Dane is going to be a complete jerk to Man Bun for no reason whatsoever.
Yo, this is war. Call him.
More than that.
Now, more reason to call it. What are you waiting for?
I love how they have this conversation.
It's him.
Don't make sense.
They have this wonderful conversation, and then we're going to get to sign language for no reason.
Locked down the club.
What the hell are you doing? We gotta strike back. I'll call him.
I honestly love Man Bun's reaction here.
I don't sign, man. What do we do?
I don't sign, man.
Then we go to war. Clear?
And then right here, it's like, why? Why? Why?
That was my car.
Dude, why? Why? All right, we're almost done with chapter 3, which means we're halfway done, because obviously this doesn't go longer in the back half than the first half, right?
Trip's canceled. What's Dane doing?
I mean, chapters 2 and 3 are by far the quickest two chapters. All right. Time to do some real good pinballing, hopefully. So this is where pinballing really comes in to its own, because you've got so many yeah, it's like once you get to chapter 6, it's like, oh, I'm so close to the end. I could see the ending, and it's like, no, you can't. You hit chapter 6, and it's like, You are so far from the ending, you don't even know what you are looking at. All right. Oh, where is the last? There he is. So main thing is, do a couple hits real quick, like, and then stop pressing and press in a direction away from the enemy you're at, and where you know somebody should be, and typically that's when Dane will pinball.
Boys and girls, this is Ash. Now look, if I have not made myself clear, you're to remain outside of Sol 33 domain for now until I say otherwise. We're just going off of chatter right now. I don't want the whole goddamn ACLU up our dicks just because we infringe someone's right to be an asshole. So hang tight. If I need you, you drop like the hammer of hell. Ash out.
All right. I'm trying multitask right now, which is not the smartest move. Oh. Especially when I do that. Okay, I'm just not even messing with machete guys right now. All right. By the way, you wondered what some of the Spanish said? Madre de los tomates means mother of tomatoes. I learned that one because of Jefferson Red Eyes. In fact, if you join Jefferson's Discord, which serves as the official Discord for this game, the Quiet Man section is named Madre de los Tomates.
You take a look at
because of course it is.
Memorize it. This girl's off limits, you understand? No matter what happens tonight. Tell your little amigos that if they even see her, they're supposed to run in the opposite direction. Got me? Hey, you don't believe me? You take it up with Isaac.
I am
Proud of yourself?
weirdly multitasking right now. Which is not the best of moves.
The depths of what you've done. What are we supposed to do now?
All right, let's see.
Now that you've killed your mother.
All right, looking at my splits on a different time to see how my splits are lining up, since I haven't done this one before. This category, I don't have any splits for it. So I want to make sure I'm actually kind of on a good time for it. Run through here, run through here. Get to, believe it or not, this is not what I call garbage shrine. So all of my chapters are named for what point you want to skip to the next chapter, if you're doing any percent. So artwork actually should be called kitchen, but other than that, Voyeur Call, it's right after you get the cutscene where mom wife is making a phone call to cop dad and you're spying on her. Bald Parkour is the fight that comes right after the Bald Parkour is the last thing you do. Garbage Shrine, there's a little like shrine with a Holy Mary statue in it. And I call that the garbage shrine. Charging bullets, of course, right after you take down Isaac. And then why Cop Dad is, well, after your fight with Cop Dad. Because why, Cop Dad, why?
What do you think, you're the hero now, Dane?
Alright, let's do some more fighting.
But the villain.
There we go. Thank you for starting this off, Cop Dad. I mean, Quiet Man. Alright. And this is why I'm running it for mash attack. Let me do that wonderful ASMR into my mic. Yep, that wonderful ASMR of mashing the button like the world is on fire. I also need to go back and do a Blessed Silent Hard again, now that I know about pinballing. And I need to do a normal any percent, which I'm going to be doing one of those on Sunday, so I'll record the run, because maybe that becomes my new PB. And run. And then, of course, the unique guy who shows up but once, like he's, you know, the Make-A-Wish kid who all I wanted was to be in a very bad video game. Well, do we have something in store for you? And down he goes. Ah! You have to love that bad, like, cut to him going, ah! And that stink face. I'm a badass. No, Dane, you're not. My mom says I am. And here we go, garbage shrine. See the little shrine back? Oh, it doesn't have a Virgin Mary statue. Why'd I think it did? Probably because I want to pretend it's a little more cool than it is. And that's it for this chapter. If we're doing any percent, we would skip to the next chapter right now. But nope, we aren't.
Where is she? You're a dead man. Isaac's gonna kill you. Where is she? Jesus, what are you talking about? I don't know. Oh, no, shit. Oh.
You get going. Good luck. Yeah, thanks for hanging out for a bit. I'm looking forward to you doing more runs of this. I just don't do too many of them because one of the rules for verifying runs on this game, you have to watch the entire run, every minute of it, partially to verify, but more than anything, because that is the curse that we bear as those on the mod committee for this game. You have to experience all of it. So submit runs, just don't submit too many, but submit as many as you want. But yeah, they take a little time to verify because of that. We are cursed to watch it all. In fact, is because of me submitting runs, and especially submitting one for Blessed Silence Hard, that I was told that the curse should be passed to me, and that's when I became a mod. Which is only fair. I submitted so many runs of this so far. I feel so bad for Jefferson Red Eyes having to do, I think Jefferson Red Eyes verified all of my runs so far, or all but one, probably all. And it is It is the curse that we are born with, or something. But this game is... it's not a good game, but I kinda like it.
Revenge is mine.
Revenge is mine. But I'm the bat, Dad. I'm the bat. No, you're the bird.
Dane?
Why are you looking for Lala?
Where is she? Just tell me.
No games. What's going on, Ash?
Do you want to know what's going on? It's the same bullshit that always takes place when you and Tay and Isaac get together.
But we're
Except
not
now
together.
Your kissing contests are starting to lead to innocent people getting hurt. So again, let me ask you, where is she?
So, I have been playing a little bit of Starfield. I've been trying to avoid playing Starfield too much because I've been playing Sea of Stars.
Dane,
And I hate doing two RPGs at one time.
I just want to take care of her.
I always end up playing one of them, followed to the back.
I'll keep her safe.
And I don't want to let that happen in
Are
Sea
you
of
serious?
Stars. So
Because
I
every
loaded up
goddamn thing that you have ever
Starfield,
touched
just enough to really start the game, just see how it
always
looks.
turned to
I
shit.
downloaded the mod to add DLSS support because I have a 4000 series NVIDIA card and it's a shame not to take advantage. So I downloaded the mod. I wanted to make sure the mod worked, which it seems to work just fine. Although I will say, real quick aside, Starfield does not offer a field of view slider in its menu by default. And I was feeling nauseous from playing with, I don't know, I think it's probably like a 70-degree field of view. Like, I was feeling almost nauseous from it. I get motion sensitive from bad field of view. And luckily, you could go in and create a custom INI file to make a better field of view. I set mine to 90, I believe, 90 or 95, which works a lot better. I'm sitting pretty close to a 1610 monitor, so kind of need that better field of view. Anyways, though, I was going to say, with Starfield, the one thing, the way characters look at you, honestly, this game is almost a better experience, because when you have the uncanny valley faces on this, they actually look a touch better than Starfield for at least some of the dialogues I've had. That's not my opinion on Starfield in total. That's not my, here's my judgment on Starfield, because probably a good game, although from how it sounds, it's also very tedious at times. I'll find out soon enough. I want to finish Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars, if you love Chrono Trigger, if you loved, Paper Mario, it's a different feel than them, but it has a really good vibe going on. Like, it is a very good, fun vibe. Also, the other thing about Sea of Stars that I'll say, the music is amazing. And in particular, if you love The Messenger, and The Messenger had some of the best music I could think of in the last, 10 years, The Messenger's soundtrack is non-stop bangers. And once you start getting some of the familiar songs on Sea of Stars, where you're like, I recognize this area from The Messenger, and it has the same music, and you go, oh damn, this is it, this is it, this is the good stuff. Because it really is really fun and good. Hey, looking at my bold parkour versus my blessed silence hard. My split after bold parkour was more than a minute, well, it's about a minute 15 better. So, even with that one death, I'm just going to be a lot smarter and safer with certain things. I'm annoyed that I died at that one spot, though, because the heck was with that machete guy? Machete comes down, it touches me, I take a damage, it continues through me, and because I'm stuck at the edge of the fight area, the cars are behind me, I think it's because it couldn't knock me away, that it just did all those hits at once, which kind of some BS right there. By the way, I should say, if you're used to my normal streams, I don't swear and all of that. This game, though, is a little bit more of the mature rated, immature rated. So, I mean, they swear. I might drop an occasional mild swear, like, oh no, BS, something like that. I mean, I don't swear normally. I try and keep my streams very PG for the most part, even with games like this, because I never know when, like, a kid might pop in and start watching, and plus also, swearing adds good punctuation on things, but if you overuse swearing, it's like overusing a comma. All of a sudden, your sentences just look confusing as all get out. All of a sudden, you're William Shatner speaking. Come on, just cut to the next. Oh no. Come on. And then it's like, go to the Target. They have a deal on candy and clothes and blankets. Their video games right now are buy one, get one free or something. Not in real life. I'm not telling people. I like how he's trying to call Dane and he has a decline button. That is awesome. I am trying to call you, but I'm going to decline my call to you. See, that's where it's adding punctuation. Okay, that's not too bad of a time. Let's see if our buddy Isaac can play nice. That is what I'm asking for. Isaac, as well as Chapter 6. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. I am having fun playing this game again. It's been too long. It's been too long. Like, I'm sorry, Jefferson, you might have a lot of runs to be verifying. Okay, bring on this guy. I hate this guy. But look what I've got. I don't know what happened there. He went out of bounds, so I couldn't even punch at him. That was not good. That I remember verifying one of Jefferson's runs, and Jefferson had that same thing happen, except it wasn't during I win mode, and luckily he popped out, or it might have been during I win, I forget. But he popped out luckily in the end. Oh, all of a sudden my computer just, the fans kicked up. It's like this game's getting hot and spicy right now. I like taking this guy down as quick as possible. Because he can slow you down so badly. All right. Keep rolling. Keep moving. And then, of course, as I always point out, those are high-pressure gas cylinders, not gasoline gas like a compressed gas. So they won't fall and leak out a liquid. Not how they work. Oh, what the? How are you still up, dude? Oh. That annoys me. Hey, no yellow guy. The gods of RNG have blessed me with 3 greens. You gotta love the one room of RNG in the run. You gotta love it. All right, Isaac. Be my friend. Don't be a jerk.
Isaac!
Isaac! All right, let's see that mask. You know he can't hear you, and you're wearing the mask. He can't read your lips.
I ain't the deaf one. You're a dead man. Jesus, this mask is stupid.
Yeah, and I want one.
Both done playing.
What you gonna say about that, Isaac? I want one of those masks.
You know what I like the best about you, Dane? You can't hear a fucking word I say.
So I'm just going to hope Isaac plays nice with me. Because Isaac, if he does some things, he could be just a complete pain in the arse. Okay. There we go. Thank you. All right, cutscene 1. Boom! I do like the cinematography right there was actually kind of good. The impact of that punch.
Did you also know that you blind? Because if you weren't, you would have seen everything. Your mother, Tay.
Wait, Tay is my mother?
Father.
Wait, Tay is my father? You gotta tell me which one it is.
Dear old dad.
Thank you. Cutscene 2. One more to go.
Blindness. And I can tell you because, well, we're such good old friends, aren't we?
Wait, we are?
That what happened
Wow,
to you
that's cool.
is also what's happening to me.
Oh, that's poetic.
You're blinded by grief,
See, Isaac is just a poet at heart.
by ambition.
Thank you for playing nice, my friend. Too bad we can't use that statue. I mean, I know it does have one interaction, but it'd be cool if you punch him up against it and... Wow, adding an extra cycle. There we go. We'd be skipping the next part for any percent. I love how ridiculous this is. It's so stupidly good. Oh no, I feel like the more I play this game, the more I feel like I'm part of the Worst Idea Ever podcast. You know, the podcast where they watch Grown Ups 2 every week. And they just podcast about the movie Grown Ups 2 and what is like watching it again every single week. That's what I feel like playing this game, where it's like I might be losing my sanity. Might be losing my sanity. And why were you out on this balcony? And your hair is really bad in the Uncanny Valley. Like, it has all sorts of volume that it shouldn't. Like, it has the type of volume where you want to say, hey, you gotta turn down the volume.
We didn't come this far and die here. Let's go.
All being played. Deaf and blind.
Deaf and blind! Yeah! Deaf and blind! Oh, this game is great. Oh, now we're at the part where I get to sit for pretty much the longest stretch of sitting in this whole game. Like, this here should have been either saying you control, or this should have been some QTEs right here. Like, imagine if right here the bad guys show up and you gotta beat them up. It could at least flash on the screen like, you know, Shenmue style, flashing right now, X, Y, A. Nope, no QTEs right here, just dragging out. And scene.
Go. Safe.
I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to tell you. But this thing is so much bigger than me.
No, it's not. It's literally not. You asked Cop Dad to kidnap you.
Run.
Why don't you think?
You're the only one who really hears me.
That is cute.
Bird in the cage.
Oh. I'm just going to open another seltzer.
There are penalties for treason, soldier.
No, Dane. He saved me. Okay, Dane saved me.
Speaks from the prison. Tell him. So let her words form his. Tell me it was for the club. More money. Hmm? I would almost respect that. Please tell me that you did not pull me into a fake war with Isaac over a woman.
No, he was helping me.
See, the one thing I don't like here is Tay's beard is bad, and what he does to mom life. Like, come on, man.
You forget your place, girl? Isaac might have been crazy, but at least he faced me when you try to fuck me.
No, no! Tay,
Move.
it was me. I planned this. Dane had nothing to do with it, okay? Please. Please.
Take this piece of shit back to the club. We'll figure what's going on there. Move.
I do like Man Bun here. Like, I'm getting more and more, like, the more I watch Man Bun, the more I appreciate the more I appreciate him.
Life's a bullet crazy, isn't it? Sometimes she steals everything from you, and Other times you get a second chance to save the one you love.
Because I am convinced
Been gone forever.
that mom wipe is mom.
All I wanted was a life with that woman. I don't think she was ever really with me. It's like you were born and the world just stopped. And today the sun went out because of you.
You're the best dad
I
ever.
forgive you for what you took away from me.
It's natural. He created this quiet man to manifest his feelings. He needs an outlet for the pain, the guilt.
Why?
Because he doesn't speak to you evidently.
No. Why does he need
Dad
an outlet for
of
pain?
the year.
He deserves it. Every inch.
Hit your hand away. I'm a big man. I could stand on my own.
You know I've been following you for years, Dane.
This run, though, is definitely going a lot slower than I would have preferred.
Built Moonrise. I could never get close, you know, not close enough. And then there she was, man, like a fucking vision, you know? I mean, I took it as a sign. I mean, shit, it was literally like Lorraine's calling me from the grave. You know, like she's calling for revenge. And Isaac, I've been tracking him since juvie. You know, couldn't move in on him, too many eyes on me. But right when he became captain of Salt 33, right, started that beef with Tay's crew, that's when I saw my opportunity.
Just,
one bullet.
you know,
I'll give you a guess who the bullet is.
just get to the point here, my friend.
That girl. She told me you spilled your guts out to her. Told her everything.
Dude, can you?
But see, that's when I knew. All I had to do
Is have some
was
fun.
unlock that monster inside of you.
Oh, no. Speaking of monster,
Colonists.
what's with your eyes when they glow randomly, old man? Right, like right there.
She doesn't see the monster. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know which one of us is crazier.
Hey, that was a really good chapter 5. If I don't die anywhere, this could be a pretty good run. Of course, that's a big question because I got messed up by that machete guy in chapter 3 earlier, so who knows? This game is like rolling the dice. You never know what'll come up. Except for chapter 6, you know you're going to get good facial expressions from Cop Dad. Let's go.
Shit.
Shit. I got nothing to say except for that. Kitchen fight. I love that guy coming in from that door that you don't even know is there. And of course, these guys are jerks. Suspenders and the crimson shirt. And apparently he's super wet. Is he always that wet? Have I missed that he's that wet? Oh, the Cop Dad looks. You gotta love them. But was that red shirt guy supposed to be that wet? I don't remember him being dripping. Like, he was dripping. And of course, this room is the room that is bad news.
I've been thinking, Dane.
And of course, if you're playing any percent, first time you see adult Tay in the entire game. And it's like, who is this guy?
It's not your fault. I want you to know that. From the bottom of my heart, I believe it's in a poem.
It almost sounds like an intervention thing. It's not your fault. I want you to believe me when I say it's not your fault. You just gotta stop. Just quit it. Right here and now. It's not your fault.
We can fix it.
We can be clean and sober together.
Where's Lala?
This ain't about Lala.
Where's my weed? It's not about your weed. We're trying to be clean. It's about us.
I got mad.
I got mad. I know. It's been bad. We're family. You need to give up your addictions.
For years. And nothing's ever come between us until tonight. Until her.
Well, you did kill my mom. Like, remember when my mom died and you killed her?
Please. We can talk it out. It can go back to the way it was.
So this room coming up and the room after you get the mask are the two rooms that have me most worried about any run of this game. Although I never thought I would have died on the last fight of chapter 3. That was stupid. All because I was next to a car. It wouldn't knock me away, so my no iframes. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. All right, not too shabby right there. I mean, that could have gone a little better, but also, knowing my luck, I could have died quite easily right there. So you know what? Not too shabby. I do appreciate this. I love this.
God damn. I love to watch you work, Dave. Remember who taught you that shit? Huh? Remember who taught you how to be a man? When your father turned his back on you.
Cop Dad's like, you know I'm in the room.
He's confusing you. She's confusing you. Even Isaac.
Then, of course, the other question for wild card or RNG on this is Man Bun.
What's confusing
Because
you?
Man Bun, like, there is one time, one of my best runs, one of my PBs or previous PBs, I forget which, Man Bun did a pinball style finisher I win on me. So, I mean, this game still has a lot of room to throw me curveballs.
Reset the clock. Who put you against me? They're your enemies. Not me. Isaac left the vacuum. You could be the one to fill it.
I mean, to make it up to me, Isaac had a vacuum. You could start cleaning my club.
That fucking pig.
You clean my club, you fill up the bag on that vacuum, and I will actually let you back into my good graces. Also kill your dad.
End this shit.
Cop Dad's look is like, he'd never kill me. Wait a minute, I did abuse him a lot as a kid and as an adult.
Let the girl go.
Right there, Cop Dad's like, oh, thank goodness. He would have killed me. He should have killed me.
I feel sorry for you. I was the only one that ever loved you.
My mom loved me, and then you killed her.
Remember that.
Cop Dad's like, hey, I always loved you, just don't kill me. You never loved me. Okay, I always hated you, but please don't kill me. Like, I know you can. Boy, that was fast. Like, that's a little quicker than I'm used to for those guys. Didn't have to go into I win at all.
Never appreciated what you had, Dane. A home. Family. Whatever's up with you and that bitch, I promise you, it wasn't worth it. You broke my damn window. And my damn nose.
But my window's more important, so I name it first. All right. Thank you. Wow. You just weren't wanting to get into the dodge mode, were you? Thank you. What the heck-a-rooney was going on there? Oh, that was some time lost right there. Like, it would not let... None of those attacks were dodgeable in the way to get the counter going. Like, that was just a really bad man bun fight. Babcock was messing with me. And he wouldn't even do the tie straighten. Because, for those who don't know, the easiest way to hit him is go into I win, punch at him so he punches at you. You dodge the punch, and it should go slow motion, and you could start wailing on him. That wasn't happening. The other one that works really good is when he straightens his tie randomly, you could punch him right then. But that wasn't working. That didn't happen. Oh, that was not fun. Hey, I think I've been shot. Now, long cutscene before we get a fight. And then we enter boss time.
You. Me. And now I've killed both your parents. I never meant to. I never. Stop! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! You wanna be a daddy now? You wanna be a fucking daddy now? This is on you. I need you to understand that. See, your mother? That was an accident. Why now? Why him? Why this? What the fuck is this? See, I understand jealousy, hate, greed. But what the fuck is that? What did I do to you? I'm sorry. But you gotta put down a rabid dog.
I'm not a rabid dog. I'm a human. I love the fact that she has what... I couldn't tell what that was she was holding, but it looks like a magic girl rod. You know, from like Sailor Moon or other magic girl anime.
Baby. Come here, baby.
Come out and play.
Look at these shoes, aren't they nice? Come on, man, give me my shoes. Look at these shoes. These are... Oh, you're so weak.
Seriously, those are knockoff, like... They're knockoff, like, Atlanta Hawk-made shoes.
Look at you, so weak. These are mine. Give me the shoes or I'll shoot. the shoes down, man. I got the cojones to use that. Put them down. No. Come on, man. Put it down. It's not a game. Man, you ain't got the cojones to use that. Put them down, man. Nah, these are mine, man. Come on, man. It doesn't end this way. Come on. Put it down.
What? What? We're all going to sit here, listen to, and enjoy this together. Mainly, I've ran out of things to talk about. This is a long game, without too much to comment on.
Save.
The cheerleader.
Save her.
Save the cheerleader. Save the world.
Why does he need to process his pain?
Dad of the year.
He deserves it.
Mr. Ash, what's happened to all of you won't go away. Not unless you confront it. All of it.
It's like, in all honesty, this is the only good character, like, morally good, in the whole game. The psychiatrist, or therapist, counselor.
And so what you're
I don't know what
saying,
his exact role is, but
this Quiet Man is his idea of a hero.
Jesus, that's a fucked up kid.
Dude, that's your kid.
Sometimes the things that we need the most are the things that are the most frightening.
That's your idea of a hero. And goddamn it, use it. Use it to save her.
Is it him again? Quiet Man? It's okay. Show me. Yeah. He sounds very strong. He sounds like...
Everyone dies.
Because I'm emo. This is the room that could cause me problems. Hopefully not, but you never know. And of course, now you get a whole different set of fighting moves. Which is just great when you're this deep into the game. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad.
Dane?
All right. Boom. There we go.
When you play games with people, laugh. Break. You'll see.
She was kind. So soft.
That's creepy you say about your mom, the soft part.
I know. I bet when your dad was an asshole, she didn't have to say anything, and he would just melt. I wish I could have met her.
You are her.
I'm about a minute 40 off from my re-mumbled normal world record right now.
She died.
Which isn't too bad. A minute 40 off considering hard. You have to play a little bit smarter. And I did have that stupid death that really never should have happened. If only this game believed in iframes.
I wish you were her. I wish I could save you.
I wish you could save us both.
Now it's on. Just 5 annoying fights to go. Send in the goons. Those Laffy Daffy goons. The soulful and soulful schmucks by the doleful goons. Alright. Not how physics work with the gun, but you know what? Tay, you do you. It's like I'm Ghost Rider doing the penitent stare right there. Stare. And now I have my Alexa causing noises. Seriously, delivery, you don't need to ring my doorbell when you're here. I've got a ton of cameras, I know when you're here.
You're my brother.
Cop Dad's like, man, whoever's screaming, that's annoying. I hope whoever's father that kid should just smack that kid for a bit. This is horrible dark humor. Man, they should just, wait a minute. That's Dane? Oh, time to get up from the dead.
Stop. Stop. It's over. It's over. We're free, Dane.
No, you're not free.
You're not a quiet man anymore.
I killed her. I killed her.
No, you didn't. Everyone killed her. The world killed her.
Please.
Don't. It hurts without him.
Let it hurt. Let it in.
I can't. Why can't I hear?
Because you were born deaf.
What? Why can't I hear?
No, you know this part, Dane.
Why?
You don't need to. Please.
Oh no. Here it comes. It was you.
You. You're him. You took her. I'm going to keep her safe.
I'm going to talk like William Shatner.
To save her.
I'm going to save her.
I'm safe. Why are you doing this? Leave him alone.
No, this has to happen, Lorraine. It's time.
Let's dance. So my world record for Re-mumbled normal is passed. But as I start coughing. But this is Re-mumbled Hard, so of course it's a...
I pushed you too far, Dane. I brought back the quiet man, but you have to bury him forever. You want her! I wanted revenge on Isaac and Tay. Didn't you? Don't you? You want me dead! I want you whole.
There goes our worst enemy. I won't shake hands with you ever again. And time is coming up as soon as we get in our cutscene.
I want to make up for what I did. I was a shitty husband and a worse father to you. I wanted to change. I want to change. No more games in the dark, Dane. Lived there for too long. Please, just let it go.
That's it, 2:01:56. Of course, as always, we gotta retime. So looking at my Re-mumbled normal splits, overall, not too bad. Chapter 1, we were about 3.5 seconds slower. Chapter 2, we were about 6 seconds and change slower. Chapter 3, we were considerably slower because we had that death. So that was about 53 seconds. think. And then Chapter 4 was actually better than my normal Re-mumbled. Chapter 5 was only... Oh, Chapter 5 was actually better. So Chapter 4 by about 2 seconds, or 1.5 seconds. Chapter 5 by about 3.5 seconds. Chapter 6, though, we lost 52 seconds. Not too shabby, dude. This was a pretty good run. And then if we look at Re-mumbled Hard, current world record is 2:10:20. No one has ran this category for 2 years. But yeah, this should be the new world record. So, huzzah. There's a few other categories I do want to run on this. You know, some very important other categories that I want to give another run to. I think this should give me a time in all categories. I don't think there's any categories I haven't gotten a time on. By the way, of course, we know this is where we turn off the audio. We make it authentic to the Quiet Man, because otherwise we're going to get copyright strikes. Because Imogen Heap apparently really loves this song. I'm not a fan of Imogen Heap. My partner is. I know several people who are. And every single one of them who is a fan of Imogen Heap, who has heard this ending song, every single one of them agrees that the song is not representative of Imogen Heap's work and is a bad, bad song. But let's go ahead and roll out these end credits. Because you know how it is. If you are playing the Quiet Man, you can't stop just because you hit time. You are not freed from that burden. You are cursed. And you are cursed to go through all of this. Oh, what to say. What to say is you are truly cursed to go through all of this. But hey, that is what I call a world record, which is pretty darn good. I had fun. I honestly always have fun running this game. It sounds horrible. It is horrible. But I had fun. I hope all of you had fun. I mean, this is one of those games that's a lot more fun with people, you know, watching and joining in. So, you know, that's a lot of fun. I mean, this game it's like a MST3K experience, you know? Everyone in the crowd kind of joins in, has some fun, makes some jokes. You know, it's that community theater experience. Not like community theater like, you know, the community players. I mean, it's when you have a community at a movie theater for like a midnight show. Oh, this though was pretty good. This was not a bad use of my afternoon. Especially since I'm going to be running this for Mash Attack. Not this category, but any percent normal. I'm going to be running it for Mash Attack. And yeah, I hope you could join, because for a good cause. It's to help the GoFundMe to pay bills for MASH, who has had some medical bills pile up, because the American medical system, we refuse to let anyone actually be able to afford the care they need unless they're bloody wealthy, which is stupid. Health should be a human right. But for some reason in the US, we treat it as if the idea of socialized medicine causes every ultra conservative, like everyone who's just the worst, to raise their pitchforks. That is communism. No, it's not. It's taking care of everyone. Because instead, we keep having to rely Poor Human Head Studio. In memory of Human Head Studios, is what it should say. But it's like, we have to rely on community, GoFundMes and stuff like that to help people with medical bills, when that is something that should be part of being a citizen. I mean, we are bad at that. But, oh well. Anyways, this has been pretty fun. And we got a new world record. Keep those leaderboards moving. Because you know what's real good about the leaderboards? Just keep pushing them. You always want them to get a little better, a little tighter, a little just better. Did I mention better? I did mention better, but make them a little better. What, by the way, is my blessed silence normal? So my blessed silence normal is 201.40. So this was actually pretty close to my world record for blessed silence. That's not too shabby. So what I have to work on is normal any percent. So my hard any percent is a 120.42. My normal any percent is a 123.44. I should be able to shave off 3 minutes, which would be a world record. And then there's blessed silence hard. My PB right now is 213.06. Considering with Re-mumbled 201.56, I should be able to drop that one down. I'm kind of on a bad kick of wanting to get a bunch of world records on this. I want to be the best quiet man player there is, because that is the type of sad I live in. All right. DMCA strikes are gone. I also do want to get into speedrunning Mr. Platformer, because that should be really cool. As far as I know, there is no board on SRC, so I might be the only person run it, but it was really hitting all of those Commodore 64, Intellivision, Atari 2600 itches that I have. What can I say? I am Grandpa Speedrun. I have a beard with a ton of gray hairs in it. I'm an old man. But
game if you are.
Son.
Son.
Oh, he signed to him and he said son. All is good. All of those years of abuse and neglect are all better. And of course, go back here, verify we are indeed on hard. All right. So that's it, my friends. Let me end our recording for the VOD, for the archive. That'll be going up on YouTube.